The Art of War. Strategic Mastery in the Manchester City versus Real Madrid Showdown. What if I told you that Manchester City's historic 4 straight Premier League titles and Real Madrid's record-breaking UEFA Champions League dominance weren't just about talent or money, but rather, they were won using an ancient playbook from over 2,000 years ago? Today, we're breaking down The Art of War by Sun Tzu and how its lessons apply to football strategy, personal success, and wealth building. You'll see how Guardiola and Ancelotti use these battle-tested principles to dominate the game, and how you can use them to dominate your own life. And stay till the end, because we have an exclusive Do You Know segment, where we reveal a mind-blowing football fact you won't believe. Lesson 1. Know your enemy and know yourself. Sun Tzu's timeless wisdom emphasizes the power of awareness, both of oneself and the opponent. In football, as in war, a lack of understanding leads to costly mistakes, while deep knowledge provides a strategic advantage. For years, Pep Guardiola has been known for his meticulous tactical approach. His ability to break down an opponent's playing style, study their weaknesses, and adjust his formations accordingly has made Manchester City one of the most dominant teams in world football. Guardiola doesn't just prepare his team for their own game plan, he studies the opposition intensely, identifying their patterns, strengths, and weaknesses. His strategic rotations ensure that his squad remains fresh throughout the season, while also keeping rivals guessing about his next move. On the other hand, Carlo Ancelotti takes a different approach, one rooted in calm adaptability. While Guardiola is known for his tactical micromanagement, Ancelotti is a master of adjusting on the fly. He reads the game as it unfolds, making subtle yet decisive tweaks to counteract his opponents. His ability to instill confidence in his players allows Real Madrid to rise to the occasion, particularly in high-pressure Champions League matches. Instead of forcing a rigid system, Ancelotti empowers his players to express themselves within a fluid structure, ensuring they can capitalize on any vulnerability the opposition presents. Real-life application. In life, knowing yourself is just as crucial as knowing your competition. Whether in business, career advancement, or personal development, self-awareness allows you to make informed decisions. Understanding your strengths lets you capitalize on them, while acknowledging your weaknesses enables you to mitigate them. Similarly, knowing your opponents, whether that's market competition, workplace rivals, or personal challenges, gives you an edge. Strategic awareness helps you anticipate problems and prepare solutions in advance, just like Guardiola and Ancelotti do on the football pitch. Lesson 2. All warfare is based on deception. One of Sun Tzu's most profound strategies is the art of deception. In battle, misleading your opponent can create openings that lead to victory. Football teams deploy deception through tactical movements, feints, and disguised strategies to outwit their opponents. A perfect example is Guardiola's false nine strategy, which he famously employed with Lionel Messi at Barcelona and later adapted at Manchester City. Traditionally, a striker stays up front to receive the ball and finish chances. However, Guardiola redefined this role by having Messi, or later Kevin De Bruyne, drop deeper into midfield, drawing defenders out of position and creating gaps for wingers to exploit. This tactical deception dismantled opposition defenses, as defenders were often caught in two minds: follow the false nine or hold their line. Real Madrid also thrives on tactical deception, particularly in their counterattacking playstyle. They allow opponents to believe they have control of the game by inviting pressure, only to strike with devastating speed. Vinicius Jr. exemplifies this deception by making disguised runs, often looking as if he is waiting out wide before suddenly cutting inside at the perfect moment to receive a through ball. Similarly, Luka Modric and Toni Kroos use feints and body positioning to mislead pressing opponents, creating passing angles that seem invisible to the untrained eye. Beyond individual deception, teams also manipulate psychological pressure. Some clubs, like Real Madrid, use their reputation as serial winners to instill fear in opponents before a ball is even kicked. The mental edge gained from such intimidation is itself a form of deception, making the opposition believe they are at a disadvantage before the match begins. Real-life application. Deception isn't just for warfare or football. It plays a significant role in business, leadership, and even social interactions. In negotiations, for example, skilled entrepreneurs create the illusion of leverage, making competitors or clients think they hold a stronger position than they actually do. In job interviews, candidates often use strategic storytelling to emphasize their strengths while downplaying weaknesses. Even in personal relationships, the ability to be unpredictable can maintain intrigue and keep interactions dynamic. However, deception should always be ethical and strategic, rather than manipulative. The goal is not to lie or mislead unfairly, but to create advantageous situations by controlling perception. Just like Guardiola and Ancelotti craft deceptive tactics to outplay their opponents, you can use strategic unpredictability to gain an edge in business, career growth, and personal endeavors. Lesson 3. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Sun Tzu teaches that momentum is key in battle. Once you start winning, you create more opportunities for success. This principle applies to football, business, and personal growth. Taking action leads to more opportunities. Football example: Manchester City's possession-based dominance. Manchester City's tiki-taka and positional play philosophy under Pep Guardiola is the perfect example of Sun Tzu's lesson in action. How City creates opportunities through possession. 1. Constant ball movement. By keeping possession, City controls the game and forces opponents to make mistakes. 2. Quick passing sequences. Players shift positions fluidly, creating gaps in the opposition's defense. 3. Patient build-up. Instead of forcing an attack, City moves the ball around until the perfect moment arises. 4. High pressing. When they lose the ball, they immediately apply pressure to win it back quickly and create even more attacking chances. This relentless cycle ensures that one chance leads to another, and then another, just like Sun Tzu's principle of multiplying opportunities through action. Haaland's record-breaking goal tally. Erling Haaland's incredible goal record isn't just because of his talent. It's because of City's ability to create endless opportunities. By seizing every small chance, Haaland increases his chances of scoring more. Once he scores one goal, his confidence grows, and he finds even more opportunities to score again. The team's momentum builds, and suddenly, one goal turns into a hat trick. Lesson: action breeds momentum. When you take the first step, the next step becomes easier, and opportunities multiply. Football example: Real Madrid's counterattack mastery. Real Madrid plays a completely different style, but they apply the same principle. They turn defensive moments into attacking opportunities. Madrid's counterattack strategy. 1. Soak up pressure. Madrid stays compact, luring the opposition into their half. 2. Exploit defensive gaps. When opponents push forward, Madrid strikes back with pace. 3. Deadly transitions. Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo use their speed to stretch defenses. 4. Clinical finishing. Benzema, before his departure, and Bellingham now take advantage of quick transitions. Madrid doesn't just react to opportunities, they create them by recognizing when the moment is right to strike. Lesson: recognizing and acting on opportunities in the right moment is key to success. Personal growth: small wins snowball into great success. The principle of seizing opportunities and letting them multiply applies directly to personal and professional growth. 1. Taking action leads to more opportunities. If you apply for one job, you might get one offer. If you apply for 100 jobs, you create multiple chances for success. The more interviews you do, the better you get, leading to even more opportunities. Real-life example: successful entrepreneurs don't wait for the perfect business idea. They start with one and let opportunities multiply. 2. Small wins build confidence and attract bigger wins. Learning one new skill leads to mastering another. Closing one small business deal leads to bigger contracts. Scoring one goal builds confidence to score more. Real-life example: Elon Musk started with small software ventures before founding Tesla and SpaceX. One opportunity led to another. 3. Taking action breaks the cycle of stagnation. If you hesitate, you miss opportunities. If you take just one step forward, more doors open. Momentum keeps you moving, even when challenges arise. Real-life example: if you start saving $5 and per day, you build financial discipline, leading to bigger investments over time. Final takeaway: act now, opportunities will follow. Sun Tzu's wisdom applies everywhere. Take action, and opportunities will multiply. Football: City's possession play and Madrid's counterattacks create endless chances. Wealth: small investments grow into huge fortunes over time. Life: one decision can lead to a chain reaction of success. Final thought: don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, and success will find you. Key takeaways from this lesson: control perception. The way others see you or your work can be just as important as the actual reality. Be unpredictable. Avoid being overly predictable in your actions. Keep competitors and adversaries guessing. Master tactical deception. In sports, business, or personal life, learn how to subtly mislead others into making mistakes while positioning yourself for success. In football and in life, the ability to disguise your intentions while staying 2 steps ahead is what separates the great from the average. Lesson 4. He who excels in resolving difficulties does so before they arise. Sun Tzu's philosophy emphasizes preemptive action. The best way to deal with a problem is to prevent it before it even occurs. In modern football, technology and data analytics have taken this principle to an entirely new level, allowing clubs like Manchester City and Real Madrid to predict challenges, mitigate risks, and optimize performance in ways that were impossible just a decade ago. AI, data analytics, and predictive football strategy. Manchester City, under Pep Guardiola, is known for their meticulous use of data-driven decision-making. AI-powered analytics platforms track everything, from player movements and pass completion rates to expected goals, XG, and defensive weaknesses of opponents. This wealth of data allows City to refine their tactics before a game even starts. They don't just react to their opponents, they proactively exploit statistical advantages before stepping onto the pitch. For example, AI models predict which formations work best against specific teams by analyzing thousands of past matches. If a team struggles against a high press, City intensifies their pressing game. If an opponent concedes most goals from through balls, City focuses on breaking their defensive line with incisive passes. Real Madrid, although less publicly open about their data use, employs similar technology. Their approach differs in that they combine experience with data. While Manchester City relies heavily on tactical precision, Real Madrid's deep Champions League experience allows them to handle high-pressure situations better than any club in history. They use match simulations and pattern recognition to anticipate scenarios that might occur and develop counter-strategies in advance. Wearable technology and injury prevention. Another key application of this principle is injury prevention. In the past, football injuries were often unpredictable, but now elite teams prevent them before they happen using sports science and wearable tech. Players wear GPS trackers and smart vests during training to monitor fatigue levels. If a player's workload is too high, their training is adjusted to reduce injury risk. AI-powered load management systems analyze player movement and muscle stress, identifying warning signs before an injury occurs. Clubs use sleep tracking, hydration monitoring, and recovery science to ensure players stay in peak physical condition. For instance, Erling Haaland's injury history was a concern when he arrived at City, but Guardiola's medical team managed his game time, carefully using AI-driven load management, ensuring he stayed fit throughout crucial parts of the season. Personal takeaway: how this applies to life. The same principle of solving problems before they arise can be applied to personal life, career, and finances. Financial planning. Build emergency funds and diversify income sources before financial hardships hit. Just as clubs analyze risks, individuals should anticipate economic downturns and plan accordingly. Health optimization. Just like footballers prevent injuries through wearables and load management, tracking sleep, nutrition, and stress levels can prevent health issues before they arise. Career growth. Anticipating workplace challenges, learning new skills, and adapting to industry trends ensures long-term career success. The smartest individuals, like the best football teams, don't just react to problems, they predict and prevent them. Lesson 5. A skilled commander never fights a battle unprepared. One of the core ideas in the art of war is that success comes from meticulous preparation. No great leader or warrior enters battle without a plan. The same applies to football. Winning teams don't just rely on talent, they prepare for every possible scenario. Tactical preparation. Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Manchester City is known for their extreme tactical preparation. Guardiola's training sessions are like military drills, where players rehearse hundreds of tactical scenarios. City players are trained to instinctively know how to react to a high press, where to position themselves during counterattacks, how to exploit gaps in defensive lines. Guardiola's attention to detail ensures that every player understands their role in every phase of the game. His philosophy: the more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. Real Madrid, however, takes a different but equally effective approach. Instead of focusing solely on tactics, they master mental preparation. The club's Champions League dominance is not just about skill, it's about being ready for high-pressure moments. Madrid players are trained to handle adversity and remain composed under stress. One of the greatest examples of Madrid's preparation-driven resilience was their 2022 Champions League campaign. In the knockout stages, they came back from losing positions against PSG, Chelsea, and Manchester City. Many teams would have mentally collapsed, but Madrid had prepared for every scenario. Their belief in their ability to turn games around under pressure came from years of experience and calculated mental preparation. Real-life application. How to prepare like a champion. Never enter a major decision unprepared. Just like City and Madrid prepare meticulously for every game, Preparation is key in business, job interviews, and life's biggest moments. Research, plan, and execute. Expect the unexpected. Madrid never assumes they will win easily. Instead, they prepare for worst-case scenarios. Apply the same mindset, anticipate setbacks, and have a plan to handle them. Develop mental toughness. Whether in sports or real life, mental resilience separates the best from the rest. Train yourself to stay composed under pressure. Final thoughts. The power of preparation and technology. Football has evolved from raw athleticism to a data-driven battlefield, where victory belongs to those who prepare the best. Manchester City and Real Madrid use technology, analytics, and mental resilience to gain an edge. Key takeaway for life. Success isn't about reacting to challenges. It's about anticipating them before they arise. Whether in football, business, or personal development, preparation is the key to victory. Lesson 6. Victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. Sun Tzu's philosophy highlights that the greatest victories often arise from overcoming adversity. In football, as in life, setbacks are not the end. They are opportunities to grow, adapt, and come back stronger. Manchester City's response to financial fair play, FFP scrutiny. Manchester City has been under intense financial fair play, FFP scrutiny for years. UEFA's regulations were designed to limit excessive spending, and City faced accusations of financial mismanagement, leading to investigations, fines, and even a temporary ban from the Champions League, a later overturn. However, instead of letting FFP restrictions cripple them, City found opportunities within the problem. Investment in youth and scouting. Instead of making reckless big money signings, City focused on scouting and developing young talent like Phil Foden. Smarter spending. Rather than splurging on superstar names, they identified high-value players who fit Guardiola's system perfectly, for example, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Dias. Infrastructure development. City invested heavily in world-class training facilities and sports science, ensuring long-term sustainability instead of short-term spending sprees. This approach allowed City to stay competitive despite financial limitations. The result? 4 consecutive Premier League titles and a historic treble. Instead of folding under pressure, they turned the problem into an opportunity. Real Madrid's evolution post-Ronaldo. When Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid in 2018, many believed the club would crumble. He had been their talisman, goal machine, and big game player. However, Madrid found opportunities within the crisis and evolved into a more balanced team. Benzema's leadership. Freed from Ronaldo's shadow, Karim Benzema became the team's main goal scorer, winning the Ballon d'Or in 2022. Tactical flexibility. Instead of relying on one superstar, Madrid distributed goal-scoring responsibilities across Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Federico Valverde. New midfield generation. The club gradually transitioned from the Modric Cruz Casemiro era to a future built around Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Bellingham. Madrid didn't resist change, they embraced it. And they were rewarded with another Champions League title in 2022, proving they could win even without Ronaldo. Wealth lesson. Turning financial setbacks into opportunities. The ability to adapt in the face of financial problems is a common trait among the world's richest people. Investors buy when others panic. Smart investors don't fear market crashes, they see them as opportunities to buy assets at a discount. Business owners pivot during recessions. During economic downturns, innovative businesses shift strategies and outlast competitors. Personal finance growth. Instead of seeing debt or job loss as the end, the wealthy retrain, adapt, and find new income streams. Like City and Madrid, The key is to find a way forward rather than dwell on obstacles. Lesson 7. Know when to fight and when not to fight. Not every battle is worth fighting. Some fights drain energy, resources, and focus, while others are worth every ounce of effort. The greatest warriors and the greatest teams know when to push forward and when to step back strategically. Guardiola's calculated squad rotation. Pep Guardiola is known for meticulous squad rotation. He doesn't play his strongest Roman 11 every single match. Instead, he rests key players strategically to ensure peak performance in crucial moments. Rotating players against weaker teams. Guardiola often rests stars in lesser matches, ensuring they're fresh for decisive games. Managing workload across a long season. Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, City competes in multiple tournaments, and burnout is a real risk. Guardiola ensures players don't run out of energy when it matters most. This strategy helped them win their first ever Champions League in 2023 and 4 consecutive Premier League titles, a record-breaking achievement. Real Madrid's strategic rest periods. Real Madrid takes a different approach but follows the same principle. Instead of heavy squad rotation, they master the art of peaking at the right time. In the Champions League, Madrid never starts the season at full throttle. They focus on gradual progression, making sure they are at their absolute best during the knockout rounds. Carlo Ancelotti prioritizes experience over fatigue. Unlike Guardiola, he doesn't rotate as much, but he ensures veterans like Modric and Kroos conserve energy, playing only when absolutely necessary. Psychological endurance matters. Madrid's biggest strength is not just their physical fitness, but their mental ability to handle high-pressure situations better than any other club. This approach has seen Madrid dominate Europe, winning 5 Champions League titles in the last decade. Life strategy. Focus energy where it matters. Just like elite football teams, we must learn to conserve energy for the most important battles. In business and career, don't chase every opportunity. Focus on the most valuable ones. Choose work that gives you the best long-term returns. In personal life, some arguments, conflicts, and challenges aren't worth fighting. Save your energy for battles that truly impact your future. In wealth building, instead of trying to get rich overnight, focus on sustainable financial growth. Know when to take risks and when to stay patient. The greatest teams don't waste energy on every single match. They focus on the most important victories. Do the same in life and you'll achieve more with less stress. Final thoughts. The art of picking your battles. History has shown that the most dominant football teams are not the ones that fight every battle, but the ones that fight the right ones. Key takeaway for life. See setbacks as opportunities for reinvention, like Man City and Madrid. Don't fight every battle. Focus on what truly matters. Adapt, conserve energy, and strike when it counts. Master these lessons, and you'll win in life the same way the greatest football clubs win on the pitch. Lesson 8. A leader leads by example, not by force. Sun Tzu emphasized that true leadership isn't about using brute force or issuing commands. Instead, great leaders inspire their followers by setting a powerful example. In football, the best managers and players don't just tell others what to do, they show them. Guardiola versus Ancelotti, 2 leadership styles. 2 of football's greatest minds, Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti, lead in very different ways, but both embody the principle of leading by example, not by force. Guardiola, the intense perfectionist. Guardiola is a high-energy leader who demands perfection. He expects his players to work as hard as he does, constantly pushing the limits of tactical innovation. His hands-on approach is visible during training sessions. He actively demonstrates positioning, movement, and tactical transitions. He leads by preparation. His obsessive attention to detail ensures that his players are never unprepared for any situation. Ancelotti, the charismatic mentor. Ancelotti is the opposite. He leads through calm authority and trust. While Guardiola is a micromanager, Ancelotti gives his players the freedom to express themselves on the pitch. Instead of enforcing rigid tactics, he adapts to his players' strengths, earning their loyalty and respect. His ability to stay composed in high-pressure situations inspires confidence in his squad, allowing them to perform at their best. Leadership lesson: there is no one way to lead, but the best leaders set an example. Whether through discipline like Guardiola or calm confidence like Ancelotti, great leaders inspire their teams through action, not orders. Cristiano Ronaldo, a standard of excellence. If there is one player who embodies the idea of leading by example, it is Cristiano Ronaldo. Relentless work ethic: Ronaldo is known for arriving first at training and leaving last. His discipline in diet, fitness, and practice ensures he is always at peak performance. Raising standards: his dedication forces teammates to match his intensity. At Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Juventus, younger players have spoken about how Ronaldo's work rate inspired them to improve. Performing in big moments: leadership isn't just about training, it's about delivering when it matters. Ronaldo has stepped up in Champions League finals, World Cups, and crucial league matches, showing that leadership is about actions, not words. Fire personal application: whether in sports, business, or life, the best way to lead is by example. If you want respect, be the hardest worker in the room. If you want others to follow you, show them the way through your actions. Lesson 9. Water shapes its course according to the ground. Sun Tzu teaches that water takes the shape of its surroundings. It flows around obstacles rather than crashing against them. In football, success comes from adapting to different opponents, situations, and challenges. Tactical flexibility: Guardiola's total football versus Madrid's big game adaptability. Manchester City's total football. Guardiola's philosophy is built on fluidity and adaptability. His teams play a style where players can switch positions, control possession, and dictate the tempo. He constantly evolves his tactics. Switching from a false nine system to an Erling Haaland-led attack shows his ability to reshape strategies based on available talent. Rather than forcing players into rigid roles, he builds the system around their strengths. Real Madrid's big game mentality. Unlike City's structured tactical identity, Madrid thrives on adaptability. They don't always dominate possession, but they excel at counterattacks, defensive resilience, and seizing key moments. Against high-pressing teams, they sit deep and absorb pressure. Against defensive teams, they play more aggressively. Their Champions League success is built on their ability to shift their game plan based on the opponent and the match situation. Football lesson: the best teams don't force one style, they adjust to the demands of each situation. Self-improvement: adapt to life's challenges instead of resisting change. In life, just like in football, those who resist change struggle, while those who embrace it thrive. Career growth: if your industry changes, don't fight the shift. Adapt by learning new skills, embracing new technology, and staying ahead of the curve. Personal life: challenges, setbacks, and obstacles are inevitable. Instead of complaining, adjust your mindset and find a new way forward. Financial success: the economy changes, Industries evolve. Wealthy individuals succeed because they adjust their investments and businesses to changing markets. Final thought. Success doesn't come from forcing the world to fit your plan. It comes from adjusting your plan to fit the world. Be like water. Flow, adapt, and overcome. Battles. It's about long-term success, sustainability, and strategic dominance. Just as great football teams build their legacy over time, financial success follows discipline, strategy, and consistency. Lesson 10. Victory comes from discipline and consistency. One of Sun Tzu's greatest teachings is that winning is not a one-time event, it's a habit. True victory is the result of daily discipline, long-term vision, and strategic execution. Football example. Madrid's Champions League dominance. Real Madrid's record 14 UEFA Champions League titles didn't happen by chance. Their dominance comes from consistency in recruitment, signing top talents like Vinicius Jr. and Bellingham early and developing them. Maintaining a winning culture. Older players like Modric and Kroos teach younger stars what it takes to win. Adapting over time, they transitioned from the Ronaldo era to a new golden generation without losing momentum. Even in years when Madrid isn't the strongest squad, their experience, mentality, and structure keep them competitive. Wealth tip: the power of compound growth. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent effort over years. Just like Real Madrid's legacy, financial success is a long game. Investing wisely, small consistent investments in stocks, real estate, or businesses grow exponentially over time. Developing skills, learning a high-income skill, and improving daily leads to career dominance. Avoiding shortcuts, quick money schemes usually fail. True wealth comes from sustainable strategies. Final thought: success, whether in football or finance, comes from doing the right things consistently, not just once. Lesson 11. Be so strong that your enemy does not want to fight you. Sun Tzu believed that the best way to win a war is to become so powerful that your enemies fear engaging you. The same applies to football and wealth building. Football example. Man City's squad depth. Manchester City has built one of the deepest, most well-rounded squads in football history. This squad depth makes them nearly unbeatable. They have world-class replacements in every position. If one player is injured, another equally strong player steps in. Their dominance forces opponents to change their strategy before even stepping onto the pitch. Their financial power allows them to attract top talent and sustain long-term success. Because of this, many teams go into games already psychologically defeated, just like Sun Tzu's principle states. Financial security. Build multiple income streams. To be financially strong, never rely on just one source of income. If your money only comes from one place like a job, you're vulnerable, just like a team that relies too much on one star player. Invest in different assets. Have a mix of stocks, real estate, and businesses. Create passive income. Build assets that make money even when you're sleeping. Be irreplaceable. Develop unique skills so your value in the market is undeniable. Final thought. Just like City's dominance, your financial strength should be so powerful that you never have to fight for survival. Lesson 12. Great results come from small, consistent efforts. Sun Tzu knew that greatness doesn't come from one big action. It's built through small daily efforts over time. Football example. The Messi and Ronaldo training habit. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo became the greatest players through relentless small improvements. Messi's precision. He practiced free kicks endlessly. refining his accuracy until he became one of the best dead ball specialists. Ronaldo's fitness routine. He maintained an extreme diet and workout routine for decades, ensuring he stayed at his physical peak. Both players trained harder than anyone else, perfecting their craft one session at a time. These small daily habits compounded into historic careers. Personal finance. Automate your wealth building. Wealth works the same way. Small, consistent efforts lead to massive results. Start investing early. Even small investments can grow into large sums through compound interest. Automate your savings. Set up a system where a portion of your income goes straight into investments or savings. Track your finances. Monitor where your money goes and adjust accordingly. Final thought. The secret to financial success isn't a lottery win or a lucky stock pick. It's small disciplined actions repeated over time. Final wealth takeaway from the art of war. Sun Tzu's principles are timeless, and they apply to wealth, football, and life. Be consistent. Long-term success comes from discipline. Be prepared. Wealth is built through planning, not luck. Be strong. Financial stability makes you untouchable. Take small daily actions. Over time, they create massive results. Final thought. Just as football's greatest teams build dynasties, you can build generational wealth by following these timeless lessons. So, what have we learned? The art of war isn't just about battle. It's about strategy, adaptability, and calculated risks. Just like Manchester City and Real Madrid, you must understand your strengths and weaknesses. Anticipate problems before they happen. Take advantage of opportunities. Be disciplined and consistent. And if you want to apply these strategies beyond football to health, happiness, philosophy, relationships, and even travel, subscribe to Innovative Book Philosophy. More deep dives into this book are coming.